Good evening, YouTube. Good evening, good evening. All right, we are getting going here for the Asia session, August 19th, 2025. Let's get things started. Let's kick things off. Let's have this opportunity to be disciplined elite traders and watch the market do nothing for a little while we get our bearings and hopefully have a little time to do some analysis. All right, hello, here we are. All right. I'm McCready, the Barcelona Trader, and we're going to trade some gold. Let's look at where the market is. The market, of course, if we look at it from here on the 15-minute chart, this is from 6 p.m. Yesterday until 6 p.m. earlier today, New York time. And we see that the market opened, came down just a little lower than where we are right now, popped up all the way up here, hit the WPP, the weekly pivot point, and then made its way down. We experienced most of the upswing in the Asia session, and then after the Asia session, came back down, kind of gave us a little boring ride through London, and then came all the way down here in the New York session. It was choppy, hard to trade. The pivots are really pushed close next to each other, clustered together there. That was not easy trading. I took a loss early in the session and then took 4 more trades throughout the session just to make up that loss. And a little bit in the green. Of course, my goal wasn't to make up that loss. That would be revenge trading. We don't do that. My system does not allow for revenge trading. But the market did give us, kind of A- setups. So we went ahead and we took them and had 4 successful trades. Let's see, what are we going to do here? Let's go back to this 5-minute chart. We see that price consolidated here at the end of the day, so I've drawn this white box around the range that we're in right now and call that the EODC, stands for end of day consolidation. And here we are. We are kind of pushing down against the, we're through the WM2. We're pushing against the monthly pivot point and kind of down into this blue zone right here, which is last week's low of the week. So if we get below that, like we did at the beginning of the Asia session yesterday, then we might be going down further today. We had peace prospects emerge from the meetings today in the White House with Zelensky and other European leaders. So that is giving a little bit of risk on market sentiment, which means money comes out of safe haven assets like gold. So if fundamentals are driving this session and there's no crazy news, increasing danger and uncertainty around the world, then we should see gold coming down from its highs. What we're looking at right now is a 5-minute chart, and the only thing that you see drawn on the chart is this white box that I have around the current range. We call it end of day consolidation. You could also call it opening range for today. And these other horizontal lines that you see are pivots. Let me put this on the 15-minute chart so you can see which pivots we are. Price right now, as I said, is trying to push down. It's through the WM2. It's pushing through the monthly pivot point. Just below that, we have, as I said, this blue zone here is last week's low of the week area. Right below that, we have an earlier previous day high volume node. That means there was a lot of interest to trade around this price, probably several weeks ago. I can't remember when I drew that line, but it was a significant area of high interest. We'll see if that still holds true today. But either way, we have the DM2, which is the intraday zone where sellers take profits. So before we trade down any further here, I'd be looking for price to get through this DM2 area, and then maybe we have some trades down below here into the DS1. That all depends on other obstacles that we might see along the way. Let's bring in the indicators. All right, this complicates the chart a little bit, but you really only have to pay attention to this dotted blue line here, this dotted blue line down here, and the solid blue line that runs right in between. This is the channel that we're in right now on the 15-minute chart. We're in a downward channel. Let me move it back to the 5-minute chart, and we will see something similar, I believe. All right, yes, but the channel is much narrower. You see, it starts here. It kind of goes into this white consolidation box that I already have drawn, and it's sloped down in a much less pronounced way. But it is a downtrend. We've been in a downtrend for a while, and if we look at the 1-minute chart, we see that's also the same. It starts to look the same. The other things that you have to pay attention to here, once we have the indicators on, are these horizontal lines. These red, green, and orange lines are areas of support and resistance that we have automatically drawn onto the chart for us by a couple of our indicators. We are scalping tonight on the gold futures market, so we're trading on the essentially what we're looking at is the 10-second chart, which is this guy right here. Prices are different, of course, than they're a bit higher than spot gold, but the charts move in tandem. So this is the only futures chart that I have up in front of me tonight, even though I'm going to be trading futures. Every other chart that I'm looking at is a spot gold chart. We do all of our charting on spot gold. Price discovery is done on futures, but our charting is done on spot gold. There are some blog posts on the BarcelonaTrader.com where I explain why that is and why we do our charting on spot, but we do our price discovery on futures, and we're trading futures tonight. My trading partner and mentor, Tono Miakoda, usually pops in here in the evenings, and he's calling out some spot trades. I'm calling out some futures trades tonight. This is not financial advice. There's Tono.
How you doing, man?
Good evening, good evening. How are you doing?
How you doing?
Okay.
I'm not going to work tonight. I'm not going to trade tonight.
No?
Just want to come on and see how you're making out.
Well, so far I just got here, so not making out in any way right now. Expecting price to maybe continue down if it follows fundamentals, because it looks like prospects for peace in Ukraine increased today, although I honestly don't expect that to carry forward. No, I really don't, because Putin's demands are for Ukraine to not have NATO protections, not become part of NATO.
Right.
But then the allies are proposing security guarantees, and they're even calling it Article 5 type security guarantees. Article 5 is the NATO charter, which means an attack on one is an attack on all. And if essentially all the same countries are going to be guaranteeing Ukraine's security, it's as if they were in NATO anyway. So I don't see Putin agreeing to that, and I think the war is just going to continue for a while.
Yeah, and even if they agree today, tomorrow it'll be over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The guy's a madman, just like Trump. So it's going to be one of those things where they can agree all they want today. Tomorrow's another day, when they're not in front of each other, you know?
Yeah. We will see. But anyway, if nothing crazy happens tonight, I expect if price can finally get through this MPP and continues to push through, can get through the DM2, we might come down this evening, right? What do you think? I mean, we trade what we see. We don't make predictions.
Yeah, we trade what we see. I would leave it on until it does what it has to do.
Yeah.
And we'd look at it again in the morning, unless you get out of it tonight. But I got a feeling, like you said, getting out of the sell might not be the best choice right now, because it's theatrical, you know?
Yeah.
They're going to go through the theatrics of peace and love, and you wind up spreading the sell out even further from the buy.
Yeah.
So that's why I actually called to let you know, don't be fooled by this peace talk,
Right.
because we'll come at it at 30, um, and it'll drop, or
Right.
it'll go back up, and then
Right.
you'll be in trouble.
Right.
We got to find a way to push this thing up somehow. I mean, the market's going to push it up for us just when everybody thinks it's going one way, go the other. So I'm not too concerned about it. I'm not trading tonight because I've been on since I got up this morning. I've been working on this WAP stuff, putting together this WAP store.
Yeah.
I've been looking at it. It looks pretty promising, man.
I did do some research into it, and what I found was, so I did, and I delved into some of the trading communities on it, and what I found is that most of the trading communities on there are using WAP to manage their transactions, like manage their subscriptions, keep track of their subscriptions, host their links to their Discord, host their links to their Zoom calls and things like that, but are mostly conducting their business, conducting their communities outside of WAP. And they're just using WAP to like manage the commerce. I found that WAP doesn't, I mean, you can become like a recommended partner in there or something, but if you're not, in general, these communities are doing most of their marketing on their own, and they aren't relying on WAP to drive in new traders or new purchasers of the product. All of these communities are kind of doing their own marketing. Because of that, I started looking around and saying, okay, what are the alternatives to this? What are people doing instead of WAP? And it's like what we're already doing. You have your own website, you figure out your own commerce platform, whether it's PayPal or Stripe or whatever, that also manages subscriptions.
Right.
And so I didn't find it. I didn't find it. I mean, I think it's a useful tool, but I didn't, unless it's going to drive in a lot of users. That would be.
Well, that's what that guy was telling me. He was telling me that you really don't have to do a lot, because there are people that are on WAP that don't do anything but cut and paste, copy paste to drive traffic to your site, and they get 30%, which is a lot, by the way.
Yeah.
But
the trading community with the most people in it had 200 some people in it, which isn't nothing because they were paying $200 a month or something like that. So it's.
Where did you see that? Because you went to the communities.
Yeah, let me find it again.
I went to the actual offerings.
Let me find it again. I think I probably still have it up. Let me see.
Let me see if I have it.
Maybe I don't, but I can go back to it. Here it is. Yeah, the trading community. Wait a minute. Yeah, the trading community with the most users in it has. Oh no, there's one that has 1,600. There's one that has 1,600. The top crypto trading community called Wealth Group Credit Card Pay or something like that. The other ones, so they have their top 10 listed here, and the next one with the most in it has 500.
Well, this guy right here, Master Options Trading, has 1,900 active users, and he's charging $189 a month. You see him?
No, I don't see him in the top.
He's
10.
right under the Wealth Group. Asian guy.
Okay, I must be on. I'm on a different page where it's just listed.
You do. Go to search and type in trading.
Okay. Okay, I see. Yeah. Oh yeah,
See him?
I see. Yeah.
So this is where I'm getting the numbers from. One guy has 345 active users. Another guy has 999.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 484, 483. One guy has 2,858 users.
Yeah, I see now. I wonder why they're top 10. Why they're how they're categorizing the top 10 there.
This
If it's
this
not by
guy
number of
Empowered
users.
Trades has 2,799 users,
Yeah.
right? So there's some people on here, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what, like I said, what they do is the guy was telling me that the guy that introduced me to this was saying that all you got to do is put up your offering, put up your course,
Yeah.
and there are people that are just signed up to make money off of other people.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that are going to be pushing your course because they're getting 30% of whatever you're charging,
Yeah.
right? So he said they sit there all day just copy and paste and copy and paste and put out your stuff into the social media world, right?
Yeah.
And that's how these people are getting these users, and that's how these people are making this kind of money. Let me see. Yeah. Some don't have any users, some are just starting out. I just put mine up, I don't see it. Maybe because I'm waiting to start now. If you type in gold trading, you'll also see a whole different, what do you call it? Different people.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm at the bottom.
I'll I will I'll look at this more. Oh, I see. Yep,
Okay.
there you are. I see you. All right. I'll check this out in a little deeper.
Yeah. I'm just I don't know why the FAQs are not staying, and I put FAQs and I put a description and they're not staying for some reason. I gotta find out why. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
All
Yeah.
right. I'll check it out. I'll check it out further.
Yeah. I'll be on tomorrow morning though, ready to
Okay.
rock and roll. My eyes are starting to twitch on me, so I know what that means. We're actually at our entry now.
Yeah, we are.
Let me see. Let me see what the pivots are telling us. You don't have a lot of equity to play. A lot of
No, I really have to hope
you
that
have
it gets below and then comes back up.
Yeah, you have the equity, but you don't have the margin, right?
Right. I'll hopefully it will get a little bit lower here, and then on its way up, I'll get out.
Yeah. I'm actually thinking if it hits the 30, if it breaks that little small resistance on the daily pivot,
yeah.
You see that blue support?
Yeah.
It might bounce off of the DM2 and start going back up.
Right.
So we should get out of it before then.
Right. Okay.
All right.
All right. I'll set an alert if I'm done trading before that happens.
Yeah, I may put a take profit. No, can I do that? I may put a take profit in.
At the DM2, and then a buy.
At the DM2, and then a pending below the below the DM2.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this because it might happen overnight when we're sleeping.
Right.
And, it's only 2 pips. So it can't be that. Right. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. I'm gonna take profit and then a pending. Cool. All right, man.
All right. Have a good night.
So how'd you say you said you did all right today?
Yeah, I took that one loss at the beginning of the session, which was $130 loss. I got slipped a little bit on my stop, and I placed 4 more trades during the session. I won them all, made that all back, and then a little bit more.
All right, nice.
And then I just stopped. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, I'll be in a little bit better shape tomorrow.
Okay, I'll catch you then.
All right, brother.
All right,
you got it, man.
Bye-bye. right, we're getting some downward movement here. Let me get my face out of here. I got it there twice. I think I can probably end the Zoom stream. There we go. All right, let's see what we got here. We do see a nice differential here between this relative strength. Now, I guess we're coming into a zone here where we could trade this. Coming through last week's low of the week. And it is 8 o'clock, so let me go ahead and get in on this a little bit. All right, I took 90. It showed me 160 there for a second, but I wasn't fast enough before the rebound. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, quick as I put everything in, it took
Yeah, I took a dive. Yep, I caught 90 of that.
you did good.
Yeah. It showed me 160, but I wasn't fast enough.
Wasn't fast enough.
Yeah.
So now it looks like it's going to trigger the hedge that I just said. You put it under 28.
Yeah, looks like it. Yep.
Man, I can't win to lose. Yeah. All right, Gun. Let's see how you made out.
All right. I'll catch you later. All right, bye-bye. Oh, I got in. It didn't give me what I wanted. Now I felt like it owed it to me. Okay, I gotta slow down here. All right. Three trades, 2 wins, 1 loss. The loss was for, I believe it was for 20 bucks. Let me refresh my trading results here. Something's not right. Oh, okay. It gave me 80 instead of 90. And then I lost 10. And then I made 30. So I guess it is what it is. I'll see how this stacked up across the board. Just let me look here. Okay, my loss was for 20, not 10 on most of these accounts. Only on one account did I lose 10. And then I made 90 across the board on the other ones. All right, a little slippage here and there with the trade copier. Little slippage here and there with the trade copier. But all in all, it's okay. We're coming back. Okay. I did not think it was going to do that. I thought it was going to come back down. It still might. That would have been an opportunity for me to get out of a hedge that I'm in. Well, something tells me we're still coming down for the evening. There's no reason for it to, I mean, there is a good reason for it to hit the DM2 like it did right here. This is the DM2. It wicked through there and is now rebounding off of it. Come up sharply here. It would have been nice to get out of that on the way back up, but again, coming down that hard made me think that, and still makes me think that we might still be coming down for the evening. All right, we're coming back down. Let's go back over here to the 10-second chart where we can see a little more of the minutia of the movements. Alright, well, we are not showing any signs of coming back down right now, are we? It is on a rampage up. Alright, well, I think I will call it for the evening. I want to be sharp for tomorrow morning. Placed a couple trades here, I've done alright. Well, what are we doing here? We're seeing spot move up pretty aggressively. Let's see if we have something to do here. Took a little win there. That wasn't much of a trade. But a win's a win, right? That says we broke even. We broke even, did not take that win. Alright, that will do it for me tonight, folks. Thank you for joining. I will see you next time.